Good morning. My name is Larry Scola. I live in Port Townsend. And like Mark, I want to address some issues around the biomass thing. I concur with what he says. And I'm astonished at how this is kind of being just whisked through. Anyway, I had an article in the Leader a couple of weeks ago. I'd like to just read it, mostly regarding claims for jobs, which you guys are probably interested in, and finances and stuff. Anyway, start Scott Wilson's editorial on May 4th, Get Educated on Biomass, leads up with the strongest argument for the proposed biomass incinerator. Retention of 300 existing jobs at Fort Townsend Paper Corporation, PTPC. In 2009, a year earlier, when applying for a Washington Department of Commerce grant for the new biomass cogeneration plant mill, PTPC said it was new jobs they'd be providing. 290 additional permanent and 108 temporary. Clearly, from the earlier numbers, they've scaled back. When we are dealing with conglomerate of non-local owners, which we are, each privately held corporation, hedge funds often, thus with no transparency required, estimates and promises aren't worth much. Try going after them if you have a contract. If we want to know what they're going to do, let's look at motives instead. There are two hefty chunks of upfront profit, our tax dollars at work. A federal incentive grant of $16 to $19 million, and a Department of Commerce grant, already pocketed $2 million. In addition, a couple of sweetheart deals. They have contracts to buy electricity cheap and sell it high on the grid. They'll be free and clear on their investment within 5 years. So where's the incentive for the mill to keep running the perpetually insolvent paper mill and pay its 300 employees? And why, by the way, don't we let it obsolete itself when we bring our bags to the store and read online so trees won't have to be cut down? The profit is in the biomass incinerator, which requires only about 25 people to operate once it's up and running. And these mostly specialized jobs for which quite probably workers will be brought in from outside. Are they likely to run out of the necessary logging leftovers they propose to use as fuel and then abandon the project? The mill tells, the PTPC tells us they need 400,000 tons a year. Available yearly supplies of this forest slash in Clallam and Jefferson counties are 27.2 thousand tons, only 7% of the above number. In fact, per the DNR, the total of all Washington's is 209.6 thousand tons a year, half of what PTPC alone proposes to burn. Is there something they're not telling us? The really big picture. Harper's Magazine.
Thank you very much. Your time
okay,
is up.
one sentence.
Appreciate your.
Harper's Magazine estimated that clear-cutting all forests in the U.S. would run out of forest material in 1 year.
Next.